and welcome to the first Headteacher video blog here at the Rydal Academy. My name is John Tate. I'm Executive Director of Education at Rydal Partnership.
John Armitage, Headteacher at the Rydal Academy.
And the reason we wanted to do this is we really value our communication with parents in all of our schools at Rydal Partnership, and we want to do something really different and innovative so we can really communicate with you in different ways.
We're really excited about the opportunity to be more accessible in our communication and to reach out to a broader cross-section of the community to tell you about some of the really exciting things that are going on within Rydal.
Fantastic. We're going to do one of these every fortnight, so look out for them, look out for the links that we send out, and hopefully that'll give you a real insight into everything that's happening inside of the school on a 2-weekly basis. So, on that note then, to tell parents what's been happening. I know there's been loads of things happening. What's been happening in the last 2 weeks?
There's been a lot, John. It's been quite hard to narrow down, but of course we've got to start with the SATs from just before half term. So it's just a great opportunity for me to say well done to our fantastic Year 6s. They're an incredible cohort, and actually the effort that they put in throughout the year towards their examinations, but also they were in early, so to make sure they were here for breakfast, they were prepared, they were really resilient during the week and absolutely gave it the best. So whatever those results say in July, we know we're really proud of them and we know they've done a really good job. Following on from that, we've also then had our Year 2 to 5 testing, and again we run through a process where the children do kind of a mock version of the SATs just to get them familiar with it as they come through the school, and we've seen exactly the same type of attitude and our TRA values in the way that the children have approached it, the way they've caught up if they've missed any time, and we're just really proud of the efforts they're putting in. So all of that information will come to you in the children's end of year reports later in the term.
Fantastic. It's great to see that effort and that attitude, isn't it? Because we know that testing can be sometimes a really tough time for both children and for parents, can't it? So,
absolutely. It just makes our life as educators so much easier when we know that actually whatever the outcome, the children have given the best, and then we can pick that up and work on any gaps and move learning forward.
Absolutely.
The next thing to tell you about is just something that's upcoming that we're really excited about in terms of we are now at a point where we've had the lists for our reception September 25 intake. We're really excited about some new families that joined us and some of our current families with younger children coming into the school. Postcards have gone out to all the children who've been on that list already, and shortly parents will be coming in for the reception meeting, and the children will be coming in for their taste the day as well. So more information to follow on that, but we're really looking forward to that opportunity for parents to come in, have a look around the classrooms, and for you and your children to come in and sample the dinners as part of that meeting as well.
Exciting times.
We'll save you a bit of pudding.
Perfect.
And then the other thing I wanted to mention is just something that's changed over half term. We have been doing a little bit of work, again links into early years, but in our outdoor areas. We've taken down some fences down, we've opened up the area. We think it's going to be a much more exciting and expansive space for the children to enjoy. Brilliant. It looks visually very different, but we're really excited about the opportunities it's going to create. So we've been doing some work on the early years garden.
And I'm sure in a future episode we'll be able to come back to this, won't we? And maybe show the developments and how it's been progressing.
Absolutely. We're growing into it at the moment, but I think by the time we get into autumn term, the staff will have really got a handle on how they want to use it to enhance learning. So looking forward to that.
Brilliant.
Just another really exciting event from before half term to mention is that we had a bit of an awareness raising day for juvenile idiopathic arthritis in our Wear Purple Day, and again we just wanted to raise a bit of awareness for a condition that is the for children who are under 16 is the main form of arthritis, the rheumatoid arthritis that affects children. So it's just quite a significant day for us in terms of raising a little bit of awareness across the community of a condition that does affect some of the children within
the school. And then you're wearing purple with it? Was that...
we were. So there's a good proportion of children and staff that came in purple on the day just to kind of raise that question, what you're purple for?
What's
nice. That all about?
Yeah, it's a good conversation starter, isn't it?
Excellent. It was excellent. This week we've had a really exciting event which links into the 200th anniversary of the railways. So our Year 3 children have been involved in a filming opportunity.
Oh wow.
So hopefully they did a better job than I was doing and they weren't quite as nervous. But that was alongside Darlington Libraries and Hopetown, and they've been bringing to life a new book which is called Little Locos Big Day. So watch out for that. I know it'll be shared with parents of year 3 on the app, but it will be shared more broadly once the film's produced and polished, and it'll link into the launch of the book as part of those 200th anniversary celebrations.
Maybe in a future episode, they might get a couple of the stars who are on film to maybe sit in my seat and ask you the questions then.
They might do a much better job than I would, and then the last thing to mention in terms of what's going on, but again, really busy period, is over this week as well, our Year 6's post-SATs have had one of their annual events, so we tend to organise an outdoor and adventurous activities day. So we've had a company called Wise Up that have come in to do Mission Possible. And Mission Possible is lots of team building and problem solving activities, including rescuing Kevin the llama that the children have been working on, and they had a brilliant time doing that. So I'm sure you Year 6 parents, you've heard a lot about that at home.
Wonderful. Wow, so much going on just in 2 weeks. I think that's exactly why we want to do these video blogs, to show the breadth of experiences and amazing things that your children get involved in, and learning about what things are coming up in other years. You sometimes only hear about what your child tells you, but actually it's nice to think, oh, well, in a year's time that might be yours, and that might be yours. And when we get to the end of Year 6 and do our SATs, that kind of stuff. So I think it's really nice to have a wider understanding. So that's what's been happening in the last 2 weeks. Let's fast forward now and give parents an idea of what to expect coming up in the next 2 weeks. Are there any dates or any things that they need to be aware of that are happening in the next kind of 14 days or the next 2 school weeks?
Absolutely, really busy time as it always is here at Rydal. But over the next few weeks, Year 1 and 2 parents, it's phonics testing or resits for Year 2. So again, the teachers will communicate with you directly through the app for that. Just make sure your children are well rested and in school, and then we can make sure that we just see how they've got to in the development and what support they might need moving forward. Year 4 parents, again, it's the multiplication check coming up over the next few weeks, so they'll be doing a bit of multiplication work on their iPads. It's very similar to TT Rockstar, so the more practice doing at home, the better. But again, we'll inform you the outcomes of that check later in the year. I've already mentioned we've got the reception starters meeting where we're really excited to meet our new families and our current families that will be coming in our new cohort in September. Just a couple of dates, note in your diary. The new class letters are going out on Thursday the 19th. So again, just look out for that. We'll let you know who's going to be teaching your children next year. And then the following Thursday, the 26th, is Move Up Day. So we've been doing a lot of planning around that in the last few weeks, and running through that at staff meeting. So the teachers for next year are really looking forward to receiving their classes, giving them a little bit of taster of what life will be like from September.
Brilliant.
And the only other thing I would mention, because there's a lot going on over the next 6 weeks towards the end of term, is we've already started to share all those key dates like sports days and assemblies on the app. So just reference the app, and if you haven't got access to that information, let the office know and we can share that, no problem at all.
Brilliant. Right, well, so much coming up, so much happened. We'll be back in another couple of weeks with another episode, which will talk about all those things that we've just mentioned, actually, and a review of the last 2 weeks. There'll be lots of exciting things, and then some more dates for your diary as we get towards the summer. So, hope you enjoyed it, hope you found it really useful, and yeah, we'll see you again in 2 weeks' time. Thank you.
See you soon.